What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Barry, back here today with Ready Steady Play. I'm here with Mike. You may recognise him from every other video that he's been in. And we are here today to play Siege Storm.
Not just any Siege Storm. Siege Storm Siege Mode.
The name did imply there would be sieges, and sieges are happening.
Well, if you recognize the box on the top here, that's probably because you backed one of Awaken Realms' Kickstarter projects. Because they tuck this in with everything. It's a competitive card game.
Yep.
In which you race armies at one another.
Yeah. Not a trading card game any longer. It is
that's
expandable card game.
Altered now.
Yes. There will be no chasing rares. There will be no unknown blind purchases. That's the word I'm after.
Yes, no boosters, but there will be a Kickstarter for Siege Mode, which introduces co-op to the world of
I believe
Siege Storm.
the Kickstarter is live. 20 days to go.
Possibly we are on it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how you found us.
That is, yeah. Yeah, we are live. It is up.
It's possible they're just here because they're Super Barry fans.
Also possible. They've heard the word. I'm back. Back in the game. But in this, what are we doing? We are taking on the Goblin King, is that?
Byloss the Goblin King, yeah.
Not quite as good as Bowie, but David Bowie.
This is Byloss, by the way, and we've got him on, what's it called, Piece of Cake mode?
A baby mode or something, yeah, like the easiest version, because it is very, very difficult.
Yes, and also we don't want to embarrass ourselves on the internet.
We will still likely lose. But we are going to give this a shot. So we have two decks, independent decks. These are the same decks that you use for a competitive game.
If you recognize this set, these are the two starter decks that come in this set.
Yeah.
There are many more cards you can use to modify these decks, but we didn't do that.
No, we're still using the beginner cards. And in fact, actually, thinking about how difficult this guy is, perhaps we should have put in some of the synergistic cards.
Just shuffle all the dragons in, yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. So, starting first, we'll draw two cards.
We'll draw two cards.
And we have the option to mulligan these two cards.
Yeah, if we don't like them, we can mulligan.
I'm happy with my two cards.
I will live with what I've done.
Now, you may notice our setup is slightly different from other people you'll see play it, in as much as we don't have 3 stacks of cards. We're just going to use them as a normal draw deck and a normal discard pile.
Mm-hmm. But if these decks ever run out, they do represent our hit points, and we will die. Or they're called resources. These are the resources we're using to fund the war.
For siege. Order of play.
Byloss goes first.
Byloss goes first. So we're playing baby level. He's going to get 3 cards every turn, and then we're going to resolve those cards based on what they are, the different types.
Mm-hmm. There's a fairly sophisticated boss AI going on.
Yeah, but we've mastered it. Don't worry. And we can always pause to look up the rules.
Thank God for editing.
Yeah.
Right. So he doesn't have any monsters to move or anything to trigger here, so he's just going to go ahead and draw 3 cards straight away. We've got a Shaman Berserker, another Shaman Berserker.
It's not a great start.
And a Goblin Tank. There, you can see it's in the back. It's very distant in the background.
In the Kickstarter, you might have actual art. We are working with a prototype version, but works pretty much exactly the same way. So we're going to take the highest value enemy unit there, which will be one of the Shaman Berserkers, and we're going to place that into the deployment zone. Is that what that's called?
That's called the deployment zone, exactly. He's now going to begin a 3-turn long rush towards us in an attempt to kill us.
Yeah. Unless we can shoot him. I'm thinking Helm's Deep. I'm thinking Legolas shooting that guy with the bomb, the Uruk with the bomb. I can do that.
Oh, I didn't draw Legolas.
And the other ones actually don't do anything in this case.
Yeah, we're quite lucky, actually.
Some of the symbols that are revealed would do something based on other cards that are out, but because it's just the first turn, nothing's out yet, so this is a much stronger start than when we had a practice.
We're quite lucky that he drew all creatures with no support cards.
Yeah. So support cards will come out, they'll occupy the ground. Is that ground board? Spaces on the ground board. We'll then also have to deal with them. But for the first turn, we are fine. So now play's going to pass over to us. We're going to draw 2 cards.
And we play simultaneously, and we can even coordinate our actions for maximum effect.
Now, cards, which are resources, work as your life. They also work as your mana or your money.
Cards do basically everything for you in this game.
Yeah. And if you ever run out, that is game over for you. The aim of this for the siege mode, I mean, I think we probably should have covered that a little earlier. We have two ways of winning. We can do 60 damage to the boss, to Byloss, tracked on that handy sort of threat marker or health marker there, tracker. Or we can survive the deck. Now the deck looks quite thin, you know, think, oh, no problem, get through that in no time. However, if we don't deal with the creatures that are up here, they're going to go to a backup pile, and then we shuffle back in. So we need to be damaging the boss to get rid of these. Otherwise, we're just going to have to keep going through the deck, and eventually lose.
Exactly right.
So
if we can deal some damage this turn, that'd be great. We can also force him to discard cards from his hand, which has the same effect.
Yeah.
Which I can actually do. Should I do that?
I might do some shenanigans. No. Yes, maybe.
Barry's the evil guys and I'm the good guys, but we've come together because goblins are worse.
Yes. Mike's angelic looks put him on the side of good, and you can make your own assumptions on why I'm on the side of evil. Right, I'm going to try and play this. So, first card I'm going to play, Blood Cultist. Really great starting card. You'll notice there's two abilities, an action and a passive. Passive abilities happen while they're in play on the board here, and actions can be done played from hand.
Yep, you can play them from hand. They'll also trigger their actions if they attack the enemy in a mighty assault at the end of their run down these tracks. The other thing they can do is come and wait here on the ground boards, adding their passives as a sort of ongoing ability.
Yeah. So I'm playing the Blood Cultist, and then I'm going to play it for the bottom ability there, the passive. So I'm placing him to deployment. That activates his passive ability. Bit of a oxymoron there. Activate passive. Sacrifice a card. Now you sacrifice a card on your track to reduce the cost of the next card played or ability by 2. Well, I'm going to sacrifice this guy. Goodbye.
So the Blood Cultist kills himself.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on that side actually. There we go. You can track this. This is my life. So that reduces the next cost by 2. Then I'm going to play the Berserker, reducing the cost by 2, which means I have to pay another card from hand. So the diamonds or the rubies in the corner are the cost, and now I have the Berserker.
And he's pretty good. Steal 1 card, add it as your supporter. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, should I play that as an action, or should I leave it as a... I feel like leaving it on the board for his passive, which will let me kill people as they come towards us.
Yeah,
it's probably slightly better.
I agree. You'll get to do the action later anyway.
Yeah, once we get to the end, so I can perform a storm action, hence the siege storm.
I hate Shaman Berserkers. They do a bunch of damage and they're quite nasty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard a card from my hand as a resource. I think let's do this guy. So he becomes a resource, this card, in order to play the Alchemist. And I'm playing him as an action, which means he won't be added to my track. He's not really a creature anymore now. He's just doing his thing, which says opponent discards 2 cards. And no, wait, that's wrong. Why am I making... Yes.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes. Opponent discards 2 cards, and I draw 2 cards, which is great because it means these two, the Shaman Berserker and the Goblin Tank in hand here, are going to the casualties pile instead of the backup pile.
Yeah. Very important. So cards up here count as being in the boss's hand for when you're resolving card effects. And then you draw 2 as well.
Brilliant. Hopefully I'll get something decent. Well, I will then deploy an old paladin to my board, because one thing my deck's good at is healing, and healing is super important because my life is also my resources.
Yes.
My resources are my life.
Unfortunately, he cannot heal anybody else in the game, just him.
I did ask. I was like, can I heal Barry? They were like, no.
No.
He's too evil.
Definitely not me. Done?
I'm all done.
Alright, so back to the boss turn. So this is going to move down the track 1, and then we're going to reveal 3 more cards.
Uh-oh.
And resolve them as he's fit.
Goblin Knight, a fairly generic tough enemy. A Goblin Killer who's got more damage, but is weaker.
Yeah.
In his
Any
defense.
Totems?
No, the Restoration Totem. This reminds me
fine.
so much of the Shamans from World of Warcraft, doesn't it? Spouting off totems. Or Hearthstone, if you're a Hearthstone player.
Now,
the totem is going to come and live here on the no man's land, I think, or on the front line.
I believe it goes to front line first and then fills up no man's land.
That's true.
The two different front lines that you see here, that is, both of these are for the boss, and both of these are for us. You can never play in your opponent's front line. And the no man's land is whoever gets there first. Fundamentally. Now, the highest value enemy is going to come into the deployment track. So, in the case of a tie, we get to choose. So, do we want the guy with the higher defense? Because it's going to take us a couple of turns to get out anyway, and this lower damage. Or do we want the guy with no defense?
Well, because we're not doing any damage.
Yeah.
So the enemy in the deployment zone will prevent you from doing damage if he's there when you storm your enemy. But because we're not doing any damage this round, I think the Goblin Knight is better. Because by the time he gets his way down here, we'll be looking at damage rather than defense. And
then finally, the support item goes into the front line, or one of the front line spots there. Now you see a special sort of wolf symbol on the bottom there. That'll come into play probably very shortly.
That's called the spirit symbol, and things will trigger that.
I used to be a werewolf, but I'm all right now.
I've missed those jokes, Barry.
I think it's the same joke as the last time. Right, let's take our turns. Draw 2. And, very interesting. This is interesting, and I absolutely think I want to... Oh, I need more. Just need more. Right, I don't want to perform any actions before we move.
Yep, me neither. I'm ready to progress up my track.
Alright, so they move along. And then it's our actions again. So you'll notice that frees up the deployment zone. So now we can place something in it. Now you can only place something. You can't overwrite any of your positions. You can always go in the initial deployment zone.
Although some cards will move things around on your track if you have them.
Right.
Ooh, I've got some fun shenanigans here, but they're all expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably survive a turn. Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, if your cards are expensive, I could take care of this, or I could provide us some sort of baseline support.
I like baseline support.
Yeah, we're early in the game. I feel like we can take a couple of hits, not many hits.
As we discovered, it's very easy to take some damage and then discover you have no hit points left very quickly.
So I'm going to play Summoner into the deployment zone, activating... Let me show you the card again there. So Summoner. Right, so activating the passive. Cards you deploy cost 1 less.
Ooh.
So that cost me 2. So I discard 2 cards from my hand. And now Mike gains the abilities of my passives as much as I gain the abilities of him.
We share passives while they're here on the track and while they're here in the ground boards.
Yeah. So anything you want to play now costs you 1 less. So hopefully we can get some bigger units down. But
not if I'm playing them for their actions, though. Only if I'm deploying them. So
what you're telling me is that didn't help. Okay, this is fine.
Well, no, because what it means is I can deploy something better, and then I can...
So let's... you to do some damage here.
We're going to put out the Angelic Emissary, which allows us to pay 2 to heal 3.
And that is a sound effect that comes with the game.
And so if I can get her down here in Frontline and No Man's Land, Barry can use this to heal himself.
That is handy.
Which is extremely handy.
Yeah.
Because I can't heal him directly, but I can give him access to passives that heal. And then what I can do is pay these other 2 cards to play this Assassin to destroy that Shaman Berserker.
There's no need to play the Assassin if you're playing it for an action, right? Keep the card, because the passive ability on the Berserker is pay 2 to kill it if it's the Berserker's attack of 3 is greater than its target defense of 0.
Right, so maybe I will let you take care of that man, because then I don't... Well, but can you do it next turn?
Oh, well, it depends what I draw, of course.
Well, I just don't want to get rid of my Angel of Mercy. I've got this sweet-ass angel here that is very good, and I don't really want...
Well, if you're going to play your Assassin anyway...
Well, I was going to play the Assassin for his action, but
we
I
have a
have to
turn.
pay.
However...
There are things that accelerate this attack.
Yeah.
So we've got to be careful. We could have that Shaman Berserker coming at us next turn. But I think I will wait.
All right.
What do you reckon? Do you think that's the right
I
call?
think we're going to get... Well, you're all right. So when it comes to attack, you'll see, but your defense is equal to the attack, which is fine. I, however, will take a couple of hits. C'est la vie, right? C'est la vie.
It's alright, you can heal yourself using my Angelic Emissary.
Yeah, soon. But again, we've done no damage. So, we've done nothing here. So the card that is in his hand is going to go to his backup pile. Is that what it's called?
Backup pile, yeah.
And that will be shuffled back into the deck once the deck runs out. So if the goal is to outlive the deck, the more cards that go into there, the longer the game's going to take and the harder it's going to be.
That's correct.
Done. So over to the boss's turn again. Move along the track. Done and done.
And
3
out
cards.
comes 3 new cards. We've got a Destruction Totem.
That sounds
We've got a Goblin Killer. What we don't want to see is a Seal of Haste. Damn it! I jinxed it, Barry! I jinxed it!
Hashtag prankies. So, first things first, this is going to move in.
Yep.
So, the symbols there, you may wonder why, it's got attack and defense, but the ones that move down are the ones with the little smiley goblin faces. I like to think they're
Or
smiley.
the little swordy,
Or the little
cross
sword
swordies.
faces. Then, this is going to move also into the front line.
Yep, so I believe the Spirit Tokens go out first.
Yeah, so in that case, this will go in here. So he's going to heal 1. So that
Which
Shaman
means-
Berserker goes back to the bottom. Whenever you heal a card, it goes from your casualties to the bottom of the deck.
Damn it!
That's okay.
And then we're going to get one here on the Destruction Totem as well, aren't we?
Okay, so in that case, that's going to get 1. And that's going to deal 1 damage to each player. So straight from the top of the deck into your casualties pile.
No, my other protector. All my protectors are gone.
Oh, well,
No!
I can live with this. And finally, the last thing that happens is the Seal of Haste triggers, which moves everybody down 1. So, talk us through the combat, Mike.
So what's going to happen is the Shaman Berserker falls off the edge. Now, if he were a player, there's several choices that the player can make about what happens to this card. But because it's the boss, he only has one option, which is to storm, which means this card attacks us. So when you're storming, the first thing you do is check the defense of the creatures in your opponent's deployment zone. Now, in this case, the boss has 2 opponents, Barry and I. This creature will attack us both, so unfortunately we could both stand a chance of suffering damage. I have a defense of 3, and Barry's got a defense of 1. The creature's attack is 3, which means I defend it all, and Barry takes 2 damage.
All I'm saying is somebody could have dealt with that last time.
What were the chances of the Seal of Haste?
There's a few in there.
It's true. So,
And then
my bad.
After storming, cards go to the casualty pile.
There we go. And the Menace track increases by 1.
Oh, does it?
Indeed.
Oh.
That's his...
I don't think we put it up a couple of times when we were practicing. But now we know. Perfect. So, that's fine. Back to our turn.
Yep,
so
indeed.
draw 2. You always get 2.
Ooh.
Spicy. Then, anything you want to do before moving cards along the track?
Nope, not especially.
Then, moves and moves. Now, I am generally unable to do much this round. I need to wait for some more resources.
Do you want to maybe play someone with a defense to avoid that Goblin Knight?
As much as I would love to, I cannot.
Well, don't worry, Barry, because my Angelic Emissary is here to heal you. In the meantime, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Wind Wizard here to my track, because I quite like his passive. His passive would allow us to, say, jump a ally from our front line up to our...
Yeah. Limited use as things stand.
Limited use now.
With the track being, yeah.
But it could mean we could he could also combo quite nicely with this Angel of Mercy in my hand, which says when things storm or are killed, they go back to my hand. And this can affect Barry. So these two could combo to jump things to the end of the track and then put them right back into our hand after we storm. Which means we could stand a chance of doing some actual damage. So that costs 1. I have to get rid of a card. I will get rid of the...
Nope, costs you nothing.
Ah, because of your summoner. Brilliant. Brilliant, Barry.
Not a real wizard.
Now, what else is there's nothing else to do.
Well, so the Berserker's unable to take care of the Goblin Knight because they're equal, right? So it has to be a greater attack to defense, so that's not good. Could kill this guy, but
do we want
we've
to?
got another turn to do something spicy with that.
Provided we don't get another Seal of Haste.
Provided we don't get another Seal of Haste. But yeah, there's nothing I can do that is exciting. I could play that. No, I couldn't because I can't afford it. Oh no, I could afford it, but I don't want to afford it. This is fine. Done. I think we just...
Ooh, I'm so close to doing these things. Okay. I think I'll wait a turn because I've got some cool stuff happening soon.
Alright.
So in the meantime...
So this
backup
goes away. Then these are going to move first. So 1, you're fine. I take a punch. Ah.
The succubus!
Yeah. And then moves down. 3 new cards, please.
Here we go. We've got a Goblin Leader. Oh, we don't like him. We've got another Goblin Leader.
Right, that's a...
And we've got a Seal of Haste. God
jokes.
Damn it.
Absolute jokes.
The Goblin Leader, by the way, is this handsome chap. It says, each time an ally is deployed, give him a screaming goblin face, and that increases his attack by 1.
Yeah. So, first things we're going to do is...
Trigger the spirit tokens.
Yeah. So, he's going to heal 2 cards. So, he's going to heal for every spirit token on it. So, dealing with these soon would be good. Otherwise, just going to heal all these life back. Oh, smooth. And then we're going to take 2 damage.
God. We need to take care of this.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit of trouble. I've already exhausted half of my life. Right.
But you can heal.
This is fine.
Barry, I've got an angelic emissary. It's fine.
Yeah, if we get that far. Right. Fine. So, both of these come down, or only one?
They both come down, I believe.
Alright, so any new enemies that come into play are going to get one of these little goblin tokens. If I can... Not very good with the camera. And that will give them +1 attack for every token they have. Then this haste is going to move. He's going to hit for 2. He's going to do 1 to you and 2 to me. Oh joy.
1 to me?
Yep. To you. To me.
No. My alchemist.
But finally, back to us. Let's start doing some damage.
Barry, before you move your track...
Well, draw 2. Yep.
Draw 2.
And then you have some actions, you tell me.
I do have something I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Fountain Guard, which costs 3.
Yes.
Which I know is...
Tell me more.
Expensive, but there's my 3. The Fountain card allows me to take a card from my hand and put it on the front line or no man's land.
From your hand?
Yeah, so I'm going to stick my Angel of Mercy right down here.
Perfect.
So our storming cards will return to our hand.
And you've now got a... Wait,
she's
never going to attack that because it's
he's
too strong.
never going to kill her because she's 7 defense. So he would, if he could kill her, he would kill her first. So I guess if he swings in with a big 7 damage hit at some point, she'll soak it for us, which is good.
Fantastic. Right, so then tracks are going to move. Do you want to go first? Will I go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
No, I'll go first.
You'll go first.
I'll go first. My action is to steal 1 card and as it as a supporter. Right? So first thing I'm going to do is attack. So I'm going to take out... I think this is more important to take out than the healing at the moment. So I'm going to destroy this. So 3 versus 2 smashes that.
Nice.
Then steal 1 card from his hand and add it as your supporter. So that comes to money for me.
Nice.
So if you'd killed that, then I wouldn't have been able to take it.
Right.
Now, thanks to the Angel of Mercy's ability, cards go back to your hand after storming or being killed. Super. And then that moves up as well. And then you do you.
Which is the old paladin coming up here. So I'll deal a damage to him, which means...
that will be direct now.
Very dramatically, he goes down to 59.
59, oh yeah, nearly there.
Yeah, we're getting there. And then I heal 2.
What's that? What does a supporter do? I'm glad you asked, kids. Why don't I tell you and the folks at home? So supporters act as renewable resources. Every turn they will ready up, and you can use them instead of discarding a card from your hand as a ruby. Are they the rubies? Is that what the currency of sieging is?
Rubies, yes, absolutely. Everything is financed by these red rubies.
Ruby. Fantastic.
I just realized I don't have enough room on my ground board for all the passives I want to stack.
But if we can take out these, then you would free up the no man's land and we can swoop in.
Can I put things on your ground board?
That's a great question. Sure.
I'll allow this.
Yeah. Seems fine by me. It's a co-op game, right? Because there's nobody here to police the
We're
rules.
here to share.
I heard I get like 40 extra cards. Done. So back to our actions.
Now, did he not just storm twice?
Who?
Byloss.
Yes. Yeah.
So got to keep on top of that menace level as well. The menace level is sort of an abstract thing that goes up and down and determines how many supporters we can have out, like Barry's one he's got there. And, it's not even a ruby. You're paying with some kind of yellow gem over here.
Yeah.
But it also will be referenced by abilities and things like that as sort of an abstract value. So generally, less is good for us, but it also means we can have less supporters, which means we have to pay more mana, so we can have less powerful things. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing.
No, it's us. Still us.
Is it still us?
We did our storming.
Yeah.
So we can now take
But
actions.
I've only got one thing to
In
do.
that case, I'm going to exhaust this. I get deploy one less for another succubus. The other one's gone. And that's going to let me steal from the track.
Nice.
And if I need to pump them up, then I can use the Wind Wizard to make that occur more quickly.
And I'm going to just put down an old paladin because healing
It's free.
It's free and healing is good.
Alright. It's like Wall Street. Healing is good. Cool beans. So back to the boss turn. Nothing moves down because there's nothing there. Great success.
And we're going to see some cards here. And what I'd really
Cards.
like to see is either no creatures or creatures with no defense. Because I really want my Angelic Emissary to kill this goblin leader.
And then swoop in, take the place. So attack.
Well, then she can't be...
But if I go first, because I'm using mine for my action.
Then you can kill it and I can come in there. Teamwork, Barry! That's what co-op's all
This
about.
game is a co-op.
Alright, so we've got a Shaman Berserker with no
that's
defense, so that's okay.
And he's quite high value, so likely he's going to go in as a defender.
Goblin Killer also has no defense. Show us something else. And it's a Seal of Madness. Each opponent discards 2 cards. That sucks.
Oh, that does suck.
So the first thing that happens is the Shaman Berserker comes down here. And then we're going to trigger Spirit Tokens, which is really bad because it means he's going to heal 3.
4, right? 1, 2.
No, because he came down here, he doesn't trigger. It's only the symbols up here that trigger.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Yes. Oh no, Barry, all of the cards have survived and basically been
Yeah,
undone.
this is fine. This is fine. Do not worry about it.
It's alright, we're just setting up our machine right. Once it's going, it's good.
By the way, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Next turn's phenomenal. Even including that discard 2. Right. So then we're going to discard 2.
Yep, I have no cards in hand, so...
Well, that's handy for you. So Berserker, he was really good earlier, gone. Frost Dragon. Look at that.
No, Barry, not the first dragon!
You don't understand, Mike. You don't understand. Right. Then, back to our turn.
Yes.
So, the first thing that now happens is supporters ready. So that was a step that we didn't have to deal with previously. Then, things are going to move up. Draw 2.
Draw 2 cards.
This is important. I require these cards.
I also require these cards.
Then, things are going to move. And I'm going to resolve me first.
Yeah, you go first and then I'll do mine.
Alright, so the summoner action is deploy any 1 card for 1 thingy. Exhaust. Hello!
Dragon
Who are
Lord
you?
for 1.
Dropped. Right, he has a passive. Kill all enemies with defense 2 or less. That guy. And then anybody that comes down, defense 2 or less, dead. Right. These cards are in hand, so they're not enemies.
I love it.
Then, attack for 3, which lets me kill... I'm going to take out this.
So I can stack the Angelic Emissary for healing.
Yep.
Good.
Because there's not enough damage, casualties in his pile that really matters that there's tons of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Then because of the Angel of Healing, that's going to turn back to my hand.
That's awesome, Barry. That's awesome. So
Combo.
my Angelic Emissary is going to come up here, and I'm actually just going to stack her here so that we can continue to use her healing passive ability because that's awesome and we need it. These 2 are going to then move up, And I'm going to have a quick look here. Do we have that... do I have anything here to play?
Shenanigans? Not really.
I don't have anything here I really want to play. I want...
Hold on.
Some supporters. I need some support.
I've got some shenanigans. Zombie. Paying 1.
Barry?
Yeah?
Yes, you've done it correctly. Good. Zombie, paying 1. Ah, yes, the Wind Wizard.
Boom.
Moves the Dragon Lord up to the front.
Any empty spot. Shazam.
Brilliant, love it.
And I'll keep a hold of these. Oh.
So that was the Wind Wizard's basically using his magic to just pick up the Dragon Lord and be like, you, go to the front line.
That was exactly how it went down.
Wind Wizard, not a smoker. Great lung capacity.
Right. So
Swims every day.
Now, our only issue, of course, is that these are going back into the backup pile.
Yeah, it would be nice to deal some damage. I'm concerned at how many of his cards are getting sort of healed and recycled.
Yeah.
We've done 2 out of like 30 damage.
Yep. Now...
And with 1 hit point.
This is fine. What if... No, I'm saving that. Done.
Dunskies. So he's got no one to move.
Great success.
So we're going straight
3
over
cards.
to 3 cards. We've got another Shaman Berserker.
Instantly dead.
Destruction Totem.
Alright, we'll worry about that in a minute.
And Goblin Leader.
Worry about that in a minute. Right, so first thing that happens, he comes down into play.
Yep, and then dies. Thank you, Dragon Lord.
Then this is the one that's going to come into the front line because it's the most expensive.
Mm-hmm, indeed.
And nothing else triggers.
Correct. So we seem safe for now. We've burned all the Goblins' forces with our Dragon Lord.
Yep. Why do... Oh, that's money.
That's money.
Why do I have this?
It's money that you stole from Byloss the Goblin
Correct.
King.
I'm okay with that.
He wants it back.
Then back to our turn.
Yep.
Great. Easy turn.
Cards. Alright, now I've got some storming to do, it looks like to me.
Certainly do. So, move. You got anything that's good?
Good.
Storm with any card in your track, then move it to your casualties. Now they've got a conflict of what goes on there, but
Well, I
worry
think
about
this
that
guy
in a minute.
has to become money for me. I need some money.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm going to storm with this guy because why would I not?
Yep.
And we established that you attack first. So my steal doesn't really do anything here.
Right, because you can't steal the card from his hand
Yeah,
if he...
if he has none. But that's okay. And can I just confirm that the raise keyword is return cards to my hand? Take your top casualty to your hand.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So I'm going to trigger this by storming. So raise 4. So that's going to return 4 cards to my hand. 1.
Oh no, Barry, before you do any of these actions, you should be dealing 8 damage.
I should be dealing 8 damage. So 1 damage. Then 7.
Nice. So he's going down to 52.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Then return 4. So in order, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then because of your Angel of Mercy, after storming, return back to hand. Cha-ching.
So good. Right.
What can I hold of his money?
And then it's me?
Yep.
And then it's me. So Wind Wizard is going to storm. And
is he
no,
gonna storm?
not storm. He's
Right.
going to become money.
Yeah, so become support.
Become support. There we go. He's now money. So I will exhaust this card. And I will discard this assassin. Because who needs an assassin when you have a Dragon Lord? To put down this Purge Doctor onto the track. And I like the Purge Doctor because his passive is do a damage. And then he also does damage. Now, if he can come out as an action, he will do 10 damage.
As an action.
Oh yeah, because 2 damage for each of the menace level of the enemy.
Spicy. So you're putting him in the war track there?
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping that the menace level won't drop significantly before he has a chance to do 10 damage.
Yeah.
I could just do it now.
Makes sense.
But I don't know why. If he storms, I can have him back.
Now, are we ready for some shenanigans?
Oh my god, have you got shenanigans?
Blood Cultist, we've seen it before.
The Blood Cultist
Placed.
is the man that kills himself.
Sacrifice, reduce the next thing by 2. Summoner, so far so good. Then, I'm going to spend a zombie to move that up the track 1. Oh no, he's not in the thing anymore. Ah.
Oh no, he's gone.
Curses. Okay. So this is fine. Now, having all these is handy for any discard actions. But theoretically, I feel like I want to spend 2 to heal 3. Is that how that works? So costs before thingy, so get 1, 2, 3 to the bottom. And I can do that as many times as I want, right? For as long as I can pay for it.
Yeah, with the Angelic Emissary, yep.
So I'm going to do the same thing again. Spend 2, including the Frost Dragon again there, to heal 3. And then I feel like I should keep some cards. Oh, spend 1 from here. Oh, in that case. Heal 3.
I like this.
Oh, I'm invincible! Done.
Brilliant.
No enemies. Let's get some.
Just he goes straight into his hand. We've got a Restoration Totem.
Like upside down everything. Never learns.
Death Totem. And Seal of Madness. Oh no. I
Dun,
hate
dun,
it.
dun.
No, my cards. Okay.
Well, that was a good reason for keeping some cards.
This is...
Right.
There's no enemy. There's no man. And there's no room on the ground card either. So basically all these... He's going to trigger his totems.
No. Right, so he's going to heal
4.
4, which is all of them, I think.
God damn it. 1, 2, 3. God damn it.
This is fine.
It's not fine.
Then this is going to go away, right? And that's going to replace it.
Yes, the Death Totem will replace it.
So this becomes a casualty, I believe.
Yep.
So whenever there's no space left, if a higher value card will take over the lowest value cards, and if it's a tie, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm. So I think actually this triggers before the spirit tokens. So these are both going to have a token on as well.
Okay.
So that doesn't do anything until it gets 2 tokens. But this one is going to deal a damage to each of us.
That's fine.
Motorbikes, motorbikes, motorbikes.
It's very warm here in London town, so windows must be open. Then finally we must discard 2 cards.
Yeah.
I would have preferred to discard a different 2. I'll get them back. Hopefully.
2.
And nothing's coming down, so superb. But that's just 2 cards in his hand, work his extra hit points. No worries. Right, draw 2. Oh, what?
Ooh.
It's very annoying that there's no cards in the track. I was hoping for some succubus action. Never even seen these cards before. And then anything before we...
Well, I do a damage.
You do damage at the start of turn, so let's get rid of these.
He gets rid of his cheapest card.
Cheapest, yeah.
So that's good. 1 damage. I did it.
Better than nothing. Then... Do you want to do anything before tracks?
No, I'm good.
Alright, so move up.
Me too.
You're going to use it as an action.
I'm going to storm so I can do a damage.
Yep.
To take care of this Seal of Madness and heal 2. So that's good. I get those 2 I just discarded back. They're just going to take a while to come back around to me. I also forgot to prepare my mana here.
Then
and he comes back to hand.
Yeah,
thanks to the Angel of Mercy.
I'm also going to storm. Take 1 card from an opponent's track and put it on the bottom of your resources. Nothing.
He's still got nothing on the track.
But I've got 2 damage. Now, this is a bigger problem than this, really. I need my combos to get going. So I'm actually going to spend the 2 to get rid of the Death Totem.
But you can't because it's 3.
Oh, so it is. In that case, that's end of you, right?
Yeah. Well, at least now we can start doing some actual damage.
Yeah.
Now that he's not healing all the time.
Well, now I need to get something else in here so I can sacrifice it if bad things go down.
Sacrifice means it kills it from our track, right? Or do we discard it from hand?
Yes. Sacrifices from track.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And put it on top of your casualties. So I need to get something else down.
No.
So I'm going to pay 1 and deploys cost 1 less for a succubus. And that will be...
Well, this Purge Doctor is going to come in and purge. Purge all the evil.
The first purge.
Evil goblins, yeah.
It's nice. Very well. Do we want to... Nobody in the track for the enemy?
So, straight up into his hand, we've got a Goblin Knight, who is a goblin with actual defense value.
Yeah. Boo. Boo.
Boo. We've got Goblin Leader.
Yeah, so that's...
Gonna come and buff his friends. Yeah. Damn it. And we've got Spiritualist Shaman, who will take... he shuffles cards from the casualties into the resources. I hate that, and I want to kill it.
Right, so those cards come out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Trigger.
so this... Assuming this comes down, and this comes down. They trigger in an order? Yeah, things come down first, right?
Yeah, deployment
so it won't
first.
Get an additional token.
No, not this time around.
Okay. This is fine, and nothing else results. Done.
Good. Well, he's got a man on the track.
Yeah, I can take care of that. Right, then we draw 2.
Yes. 2 cards, please.
Oh, what is this delight?
What is this
Refresh up.
deer, man? It's like a deer doing its best pig impression.
You could be the pig too. Wait.
It's like... it looks a bit cross-eyed.
Animal faces are hard to draw, right? Especially like horses and stags.
This is the special stag rider. Aren't you my special stag?
That was Mike's best pickup line. Right. Any actions before we move the track?
I'm good.
Alright, so moving on up. Nothing happens, of course, but that's fine. And then, who's got shenanigans? Oh, deal 1 damage at the start of your turn, so that's the end of
Bye, Goblin Knight. Get out of here.
Bye. Don't want to be a fool for you. Just another player in this game to do. Well, I've got something I would like to deploy. Unless you have any objections.
No, go for it, dude.
What you're about to see is the Summoner Circle. So basically I'm going to get that guy going off, Big Beastie, and going off, Big Beastie. It's going to be Big Beastie Central.
All the summoners going round and round. That's cool. That means I can play something for less. Budget.
Yeah, so you get 2...
Do I get 2 off?
2 discount.
Okay, well, I will put down the Battle Priest then. Whenever one of our cards storms, we can deal a damage to Byloss.
Sick. And then...
Then I'm going to play the Old Paladin to heal 2.
This is fine.
I would like some healing, please. I don't want to die.
Soon.
Actually, do you know what? Then I'll tap this. I'll play another card to use the Angelic Emissary to heal 3. Because it gets me my Old Paladins back. And they're at the bottom of the deck when I need them the most.
Yeah, but we'll get through the deck. Do not worry. I'm fine. I have no actions I wish to play from my hand. So, back to the boss's turn. So, move along the track. Oh, he's getting close.
I hate that, man.
Now, the only thing we don't want to see is some sort of hasty circle, whatever that is.
I don't want to see something with high defense either. I'd like to do some damage. Okay, we've got a Goblin Tank. That's high defense.
But maybe something bigger will come down.
Goblin Knight. There we go. That's
also high defense.
actually better. And finally, another Goblin Knight. So here come all the monsters.
So the Knight's going to come down in the first instance.
And he's going to get a Scream the Goblin face.
Yep, so he's doing 2 damage as things stand. This is fine.
This is disappointing, man. Now my cards won't do any damage.
Yeah.
I need to gotta have something that gets rid of him. They don't have anything that gets rid of him.
Right, so then we back to us, so draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Look, we're in the swing of things now. It's fast.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
Fast.
It's going to be good. Oh, shit, dude. I'm going to prepare my mana here. Do something awesome. Check this out. Protective Field.
You doing this before we move, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Move a card from any track to its owner's hand. If it was yours, you may add it as a supporter.
Okay.
Boom. So I'm going to move the Goblin King, Goblin Knight back to his hand.
That's pretty sweet.
I'll pay
Token probably goes.
Scout. And what that means is that now we can storm and do some damage.
Great success. I don't think I want to do anything beforehand. So, moving on up. Do you do anything exciting?
I'm going to do tons of damage.
Let's do that first then.
Great. So my Purge Doctor triggers his attack first. There's no defender, so he does 3 damage, taking out all the cards in hand.
Great success.
And then his action triggers, which says deal 2 damage for each of your opponent's supporters. But Byloss doesn't have any supporters, so I'm going to do 10 damage because it's 2 damage for each rank on the Menace track, which is 5.
Shazam!
Boom, down to 42. And then because he's stormed, he goes back to hand.
Yeah, now that's not normal. Remember, that is the Angel of Mercy causing that.
Yep.
So here, I'm doing 3 damage, and I've got to get rid of this Death Totem.
Yep, good idea.
That is a bad thing to be triggering if it goes off. Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye.
Then I can pay 1 to deploy any card. Huh, hello.
Oh, it's Dragon Lord.
Hello. What's your name, little fella? Right. So get that guy down.
He's called Snuffles.
Yep. And then, how about? No, I feel like. I mean, I could. I shouldn't. I mustn't. I'm just going to.
Do you know, I forgot to do the damage for the Purge Doctor at the beginning of the round.
We'll do another one.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong way.
Yes. 19 out of 60. We're getting there.
Soon. If only he had lower defense.
Oh, the Dragon Lord could eat him.
Well, let's not rule anything out quite yet. I am fine, I think.
Yes.
I certainly am. Right, done.
We're all good. Okay, I'm gonna play.
No hand limit.
I'm gonna play a card though. I'm gonna play Purge Doctor for 1 because of your summoner.
Yep.
So I'll get rid of this Angelic Emissary to do that.
Sure.
Brilliant.
Sounds good. Boss turn. Move down. If he attacks, I don't care. If he attacks, you don't care. Great success.
We have defense in place.
Yep.
All right, and here comes a Goblin Tank and a Seal of Haste.
This is okay.
We can live with that. And another Goblin Tank. That's fine as well.
Fine. So one of those Goblin tanks is going to come down.
Bum, bum.
The Goblin Leader is going to trigger to put a smiley Goblin face on it.
So the Goblin Tank will actually do some damage instead of just tanking damage.
Yep. Then Seal of Haste is going to trigger as the last thing left in hand.
Yep.
Moves
So
this guy down.
before actually this triggers, we get our Spirit Wolves coming out. So
okay, yeah.
2 damage to each player. Ooh.
Sorry.
Here we go. Oh no, my Sky Guardian! He's dead. And my Angel of Fury! That's dead too.
I wasn't so attached to my guys.
Then the Spirit Shaman will move off the edge of the board here and attack us. So he's going to do 2 damage, and then he's going to take all seal cards from the casualties and shift them into resources.
No.
I know.
Well, no, mate.
So I hate that. Let's have a look here and see what seal. We've only got 1 seal card in the casualties.
Oh,
I guess the rest are in backup.
Yeah, they're definitely out there.
Give this a little.
Sorry, we're getting some. We're moving along.
This guy's going to move as well as a result of that.
But as a bonus, because now he's no longer a defender.
Yes. Although you're storming with your succubus, so that's good. Positive benefits.
Oh, this is beautiful. It's all beautiful. It's all coming together. I love when a plan comes together.
We've engineered a perfect murder machine.
Done. Shall we draw 2 cards?
Yes, let's do it.
Shazam. Then I think we want to let the track fire here.
Yep. My track is very. I do a damage.
Start turn. Yep.
Bye bye, Seal of Haste.
Bye. Then the succubus is going to do 2 damage to that destruction totem.
Nice.
Which is enough to kill it. No defenders because he's so in a rush to get to us. And then finally, take 1 card from your opponent's track and put it on the bottom of your resources. Shazam! Gimme you.
My card now.
Returns back to hand. Angel of Mercy. Oh, we're unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable.
Now I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to do a thing here. I think I will. I think I'll put down the scout here. And it says whenever you deploy a card, deal a damage. So I'll deal the damage.
Well, the question is, the passive wasn't active to see the scout being played.
That's true, but the Blood Cultist can kill himself.
All right. True. So, let me now... Well, actually... Oh, no, he was free anyway. I am swimming in resources here. So let's do you for another summoner. Just keep it going.
Hey, we deal another damage with the Battle Priest because you get passives.
Oh yeah, whenever you storm.
Deal the damage.
Go on. Get out of your card. And... yeah, super. Great success. I'm pretty happy just keeping a hold of my cards. I have no objections to... There's not much going on, right? To do 40 damage is going to take a number of turns. I might as well keep... actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will spend a Fire Elemental to do 2 damage for its action. Costs nothing. Great price. 2 damage. Are we going to kill him? Is this happening? Then I shall spend a zombie for 0 to play Banshee. So if your opponent has 3+ supporters, he receives 4 damage. Now I presume that supporters in this case are minus level.
Yep.
So that's going to do another 4 damage.
Nice.
Taking down to 34. And then I want to keep a hold of these in case bad things happen.
Good idea. I've got 2 in hand in case bad things happen.
That's the optimum number for bad things to wipe you out.
It's true.
Right, nobody can move. Let's flip it.
Alright, we've got a Destruction Totem. We've seen that before. That's the one that deals damage. We've got another one of these Shaman Berserkers.
Who cares? Who cares?
He's going to die immediately. And we've got a Goblin Knight who won't die immediately. But
also not going to come into play. So
because the Shaman Berserker comes down.
Boom.
And dies immediately.
Enemies with defense 2 or less. Get
Dragon Lord murders him.
Destruction Totem comes on down.
Come on down. And Goblin Knight.
Nothing to trigger.
I should have put a token on the Shaman Berserker, but he died too quickly.
Lols. Oh, this game is easy. I don't know what we're complaining about.
We are playing on piece of cake.
Right, draw 2. Anything you want to happen before shenanigans?
Right, before my Battle Priest storms?
Yep.
You should storm first.
Well, yep, let's move up. And I would love to storm. Yeah. Okay, so damage first. Should I'll go direct, and then you can take out one of the...
I can do 2 damage.
Yeah, so they both have 2, but
Yeah.
I do 3, so I'll do more.
Good.
Right, so Knight,
Be gone.
Deed, then an additional 2, down to 32. Then...
I also do damage for Purge Doctor.
Oh yeah, start of turn, 31. Then deploy any one card for 1 money. Well, it just so happens that this Fire Dragon probably wants to come out to play. Now, Fire Dragon...
Dragon Lord's got to be Lord of something.
He does indeed, yeah. Just Lord of his own...
He's like, I'm the Dragon Lord. And they're like, where are your dragons, man?
Summoner returns to hand. Done. Your storm turn.
Nice.
Yeah, but it gets rid of all casualties from the game, which means there'll be no more healing. Or very little healing. There's nothing out to heal anyway, but whew, once it gets there. Additionally, whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to the opponent. Storm the gates.
So, Battle Priest is coming in here. So, he is going to deal damage equal to the... Well, he deals 2 damage. So, kill the Destruction Totem? Yeah, kill the
Get
Totem.
out of here, Totem.
And then he's going to deal 3 damage to the boss.
So, yep, down to 28.
And then he goes back to my hand.
It's phenomenal. We've never done so well.
It's true. It is true.
We've mastered this game.
I've got... Have you got
These
a
are the
summoner?
starter decks. I do have a summoner. You get 1 discount.
Do I want to put someone on the track? Or shall I play the Guardian of Time? We'll just take another turn. I mean I need to pay 2 for it, but
Yeah, but that's still...
pretty spectacular right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'll tap that, get rid of Fire Wizard here. Be gone, Fire Wizard. And we'll have another turn after this one.
Now, you just play the card to give us another turn.
Yeah, Guardian of Time. He's like, let me just roll back time for you guys.
Yeah.
Have another turn. Take an extra turn.
In a competitive game, it's not that strong. Time Walk seems like a broken card if you've ever played Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Not that strong in competitive.
In Siege Storm.
But for this mode, probably phenomenal. So, let us begin by drawing 2.
Let's begin by preparing our supporters. And then drawing 2 cards.
Then we shall shifty on up.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh wait, anything you want to play before we do that?
Before we...
Action windows. I do.
Very good. Well, you go for it.
So I'm going to play Fire Elemental. So, pretty cool looking horsey. Just to deal 2 damage, costs nothing. Because I'm going to get it back, and I'll be able to play it again. No, that's fine.
Tell you what, before we storm, I will deploy this Battle Priest for 1.
What do you mean? You can't do it before we storm.
Damn it, because deployment happens after. It's got to be actions, doesn't it?
Yeah. Actions, not deployments.
Oh, I don't want to play any of these actions.
Well then, let's partay. So I will go with this. So raise 4. No. Combat first. 8. Takes him down to 18. Mike, this is phenomenal.
We're going to murder him.
I'm also going the long way around on those dials. Then raise 4. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4. And then because he stormed, Angel of Mercy. Back to hand. Great success. Your storm. Or whatever you wish to do.
So I'll do 3 damage to him. Take him down to 15.
Yeah. And then how much more?
Another 10.
Another 10.
Action.
So the menace level is really not helping him here.
Not at all. And then I go back to my hand.
And then we only do 5.
Yeah, I'm looking for some way to do 5 damage.
I can do more than 5.
I can do 2.
Would you like the killing blow?
Yeah. I could actually do 4, which is not enough.
So I'm going to do...
Oh wait, no, I could just play the Purge Doctor again and do 10.
So play him as an action and smash his face in. Yeah,
1,
it'll take me to... Hold on,
2.
let's see. Hold on. Maybe I can do more. You don't know. I cannot. Okay, this is fine. Done.
I could also play the Battle Priest to add 2 more damage.
Yeah.
If I deployed the Griffin, actually, the Battle Priest could do more, but I don't have the mana for it.
Yeah. Great success.
Great success.
What a win.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Well, as you said, this is baby mode, right? So the difficulty's upped in the more in the stronger boss cards.
If you look at these stronger boss cards, you'll notice actually that the victory conditions don't actually really change, and the menace level doesn't really change. What changes are these factors on the backs of the cards, which are the number of cards in his deck based on the number of players. Oh, that's upside down. But also it starts adding in these special cards down here, which are super strong.
Yeah, they are insanely strong. In fact, why don't I just show you a little card? Look at this guy. 7 cost. Oh, yeah, interesting. Wait a minute. The what?
14-7.
For example, we've got a Dragon Rider here, whose ability is when this card storms, destroy all casualties, so no healing for you.
Oh my god.
And healing's pretty critical. Then a seal here, deal 3 damage to each player for each of their supports. So that's your cards down for mana. So that's where your menace level, you've taken advantage of that, you've got your 5 cards up. And then this guy, right, Totemic Golem, immune to all actions and abilities, 10-10. Nice looking card. So it gets much more difficult there. And of course, the hardest boss you can't kill, right? It doesn't matter how much damage you do, you have to survive the deck. And so we were down to, even with all our abilities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 cards left. Now we could obviously more healing and do something about it. But we're shuffling back in 3 or 4 cards as things stand.
Yeah, he's still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9, 10, 11, 12. So it'll be 4
more turns at least.
At least 4 more turns, and 1, 2.
That's provided nothing goes back in there.
And and he doesn't heal at all, or anything else comes up. So not bad. Much.
Many options to scale up the difficulty if you manage to get through it.
Yeah.
But then we've got from our Siege Storm core set here 2 little stacks of cards that we can use to start modifying our decks. If we decide we want to change up our tactics or there's something we want to do, we can add in more Berserkers and Battle Priests. There's a bunch of zombies in here. You can make like a zombie themed deck. That's cool.
I was wondering about that because I had zombies in here, and it's like do damage for every zombie in your track, but I only had like 2 zombies. Need to do a bit of deck building.
Exactly. Oh, I know you like deck building.
Let me see this. Yeah, I like deck building.
It makes me feel like I'm doing homework before I play the game.
Look at this. That.
And now we're just sitting looking at these cards. So thank you everybody for joining us for Siege Storm. We've had a really good time playing this co-op version, and I hope this has given you some insight into what's on offer on this Kickstarter campaign. And we're from Ready Steady Play, so if you come back and check out that on YouTube, you can see more videos just like this one and other gameplay run-throughs and things like that.
Yeah.
Also rules and things. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
It's been emotional.
Wait, did it?
Right, done. Jobs are good in.